Well, good morning, everybody. It's a nice, beautiful Monday morning. A little cold. Going on my drive in, doing another project. Kick off a project this morning. So, let's talk welding. What welding questions you got? Give them to me. Let's start a Q&A, shall we? Hello, sir. How are you doing this morning? There you go. Oh, that's the wrong jacket. Oh boy, I'm sorry. That is a language I do not understand. Come on over. India. Gotcha. My feet are hot. United States. They need to fix these roads. These roads drive me crazy. Instead of staring at me, why don't I point you guys at the road? Come on now. A little bit more interesting than my face. Hi. No, I don't want that way. If I wanted that way, then I would have said that way. See? There we go. Fire truck. Yeah, it saves 12 minutes, but cost me about $30 fucking dollars. Where's that place? Where's what place? Where am I? Well, right now I am going out of Northeast Philadelphia, headed to northern New Jersey. You're welcome. Just add you to my stalker list, I guess. Make you moderator. Oh. Maybe if things get a little rowdy. That was what? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know anything about Minecraft. Surprised. Usually this time Monday mornings, I have a lot more people watching and asking questions. Looks like I've only got one. This way before. Hi. What the hell was that? Jesus God. I hate people. I really do. Shades green billboard. I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, all the billboards around here are kind of green. I don't really read the billboards. No. Can't say I ever have. I'm headed to northern New Jersey. I gotta start a pipeline project. Where's the airport? Well, the airport, I just passed the Philly airport a little while ago, and the next closest airport that I'll be passing is Trenton, and then I won't quite make it to Newark Airport, not quite going that far. What's your phone? It's an iPhone. Have you can't tell, my technological inclination is not on the highest side when it comes to this type of stuff. I think we should listen to some weird shit.
Ask a question, suggest a topic, make a joke, whatever you want to do. It's a way to get to know us as people. I think it's the best perk there is. Another great way to support the actually make it. Just cancel.
Hi.
Drilled for 2 miles of ice. They were inches away from hitting water that hadn't seen sunlight in 20 million years. Then communications went dark. 5 days later, 2 scientists were dead. The official report said,
"Well, I'm not going to an airport."
The statement tells a different story. No country owns Antarctica, but you need permission.
I'm going to a contractor's
You're restricted to designated areas.
I'm going to a contractor's
escort.
shop.
They say these rules are to protect the environment, but people who've been there know better. These rules are there to protect something else, something dangerous. At the bottom of the world, there are monsters, and we created them. A single image appeared on 4chan's paranormal board in February 2021. A user was scanning the Antarctic wasteland on Google Maps, and they found something strange.
Yeah, 4chan always brings the good stuff.
A massive spider-like creature clearly visible against the ice and snow. Nothing could survive there, not for millions of years, but something does.
I told you, the good stuff.
Then, son of Aunt Anon logged on. Everyone called him Anton. His father, Joe, was a Navy lieutenant and a doctor. He served at McMurdo Station in the 1990s, and Joe knew exactly what that creature was. People were skeptical until Anton posted photos. His father's patches from Antarctic Development Squadron 6. Military commendations on an Antarctica-shaped plaque. Everything checked out. Joe was the type who asked questions. At McMurdo, they showed him the no-go zones. Most of Antarctica is restricted by international treaties, but there is one zone about 30 miles east of the base that even military expeditions avoided. When Joe asked about it, they said it was classified. Anton posted the coordinates. When you check them on Google Earth today, the entire area is blurred. Another user found something else in the area, a gray monolith. Soon that image was censored. On Joe's first night at McMurdo, there was an incident. 7 soldiers burst through the
Oh,
infirmary's
man.
door.
I had
They
one
wore
hell of
snow
a
camo, but no
weekend.
insignia,
Was up in the
no
mountains
unit
of central
patches.
Pennsylvania
As a
hunting.
ODA, he figured there were lots of
Wife
special
got a
forces
doe.
like McMurdo.
So on my way back home, I had to drop it off to the butcher. Well, actually, I woke up this morning and dropped it off at the butcher. And then now I gotta drive here, so within the past 24 hours, this is going to be 300 miles of driving.
The injured soldier was screaming.
We let them loose! They were frozen and we let them loose!
They were
Joe
frozen.
needed to know what caused these injuries. He scanned each soldier's face looking for the leader. He asked, "What did you let loose?" He heard a familiar click behind him. He turned around. A gun was in his face.
So Daisy.
In the early 2000s, a Japanese vessel patrolling Antarctic waters spotted something unusual. At first, they thought it was an iceberg, a featureless white mass floating on the surface. Then, it moved. As the ship approached, they realized it was alive. It was 60 feet long with smooth white skin.
Whoa.
Some crew members saw limbs, arms, hands, even fingers. Others reported a tail like a mermaid.
Yeah, it's here like a mermaid and smooth white skin, huh? I think I dated her in Atlantic City.
You didn't.
Because of that broad, I'm still not allowed at the Harris.
Get back to work, you.
Go hits on 18 against the 6.
Was it a soft 18?
Don't you dare.
All reports agreed on one detail. Its eyes were large, round, and black, and they looked almost human. They weren't the first to see it, or the last. They have a name for it. Ninja, the Japanese word for human. The crews who encountered the ninja never felt threatened. They just watched them floating silently in the darkness. These veteran sailors knew every whale, seal, and fish species in the area. This was something new. The pattern was always the same. First, a disturbance in the water. Then a pale form rises to the surface, almost invisible against the ice. The creature observes the ships for a few minutes, then disappears silently underwater. In 2007, a Japanese magazine brought the ninja to the mainstream. It published a blurry satellite image showing something enormous moving in Antarctic waters. People began searching Google Earth for evidence. They found coordinates showing shadowy white figures beneath the surface near the Antarctic coast. The shapes were too large to be whales, too defined to be icebergs. A few days later, the images vanished. Cryptozoologists believe the Ninyan represents evidence of intelligent life in Earth's oceans, a species that evolved alongside us but remained hidden in the deep cold water. Others have a more disturbing theory. Its humanoid features are proof of genetic experimentation. Secret research facilities in Antarctica spliced whale DNA with humans and created the Ninja. Luckily, whales are peaceful. But what would happen if scientists altered the DNA of something more dangerous? The injured soldier wouldn't stop screaming, so the others gagged him. Joe stared down the barrel of a .45 caliber in 1911. The man holding it said, "Treat it, no questions." Joe got to work. The kid was losing blood fast. The soldier kept the gun trained on him for a few seconds, making a point. Joe grabbed the trauma kit and asked, "Army?" The guy nodded. "Captain Jones, 10th SFG." Joe knew the 10th Special Forces Group. Green Berets trained for cold weather combat. Jones holstered his weapon. Joe glanced at it and said, "No Beretta?" Jones shook his head. "Not enough stopping power." Joe wanted to ask, but anger flashed across Jones's face. Joe just said, "I'll take care of your boy, Captain." Jones relaxed, then nodded toward the door as men filed out. Jones said, "Thanks, Doc.
All right, well,
Good to
I'm
see
going to
you.
get off of here.
And he was
Not as much activity today as what there has been.
Day, bodies arrived with devastating injuries.
Check in every once in a
These
while.
aren't
Stay tuned for my
tears or
videos.
actions.
Thanks for watching. See you
Incisions.
later.
Perfectly straight lines.